If you can dream it, we can plan it. Oh, where do you want to go? Just let me know. Magic moments, far off oceans. We're chasing sunsets, chasing hope. Pack your bags, we'll handle the rest. With dreams and destinations, we're chasing the best. Your imagination, our inspiration. We'll take you coast to coast, no hesitation. Like dreams and destinations. Oh, 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 oh.
Hello, and welcome to Dreams and Destinations, a travel podcast brought to you by the agents of A Dream and a Wish Travel Co. I'm your host, Ashlyn, aka the Duchess of Disney. And joining me in the rebellion against boring vacations, she's fought bravely against long lines, unplanned itineraries, and overpriced airport snacks. Please welcome the Jedi Master of vacation planning, Travel Wiz Liz.
I feel like I should have gotten a memo that we were wearing Star Wars stuff.
There is a method to the madness. There's a reason that I am wearing Star Wars accoutrement
right.
today.
I have a feeling there's going to be a Akinde, a Bay, Evansay in there.
You are correct.
Okay.
That was
I didn't want to give it away.
That was some really good pig Latin. You were correct.
It has been a day.
I know.
Been a day.
You girl.
So for those of you who may not recall from our last episode and me talking about it, the long haul of my insane amount of travel started on Monday. So Monday we got in the car. We obviously stopped at Epcot on the way to Orlando because,
of course,
yeah, I'm stopping at Epcot. Ate at Garden Grill. You inspired me after the last episode to try Garden Grill. Absolutely loved it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh my God. The food was like, I couldn't get enough. I kept ordering the veggies because the veggies come, we talked about in the last episode, they come from the Living with the Land ride or like the greenhouses on Disney property. Right. And you can tell like they were so fresh and so flavorful. It was amazing. So we ate there. Did that. Q got to meet all the characters, Chippendale, Pluto, Mickey. She loved it. Then we rode Living with the Land because we had to see where our food came from.
Of course.
We had to meet our meat, if you will, except for our veggies.
Yeah.
And we got stuck on the ride.
No
I thought
way.
we were gonna have to get evacuated.
I am so jealous. I have been
It
stuck
was the
on
best.
I was going to say, I've been stuck on so many rides in Disney.
It was the best.
And you know how much I love Living with the Land.
Yeah,
I love to be stuck on that ride.
So we got stuck right on in the last greenhouse where you have the like lab in front of you and the lettuce on either side and the fish, fish with in the bottom and the lettuce on the top.
Yeah,
the hydroponic thing.
Yeah.
So we got stuck there. And at one point, the boats were going backwards. So that was interesting. And they come over with this announcement. I'm like you, I've been stuck on a few rides, but I've never got evacuated, which weirdly enough is a bucket list item of mine. But so we're stuck on this ride and they say, okay, folks, stick with us. We're going to turn it off and turn it back on and see if we can get you moving again. And I just died. I just started laughing so hard because I'm like, oh, so even Disney just shuts it off and turns it back on to get it working again. And they
just wiggle the cord a little bit. It'll be fine. That's so hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on.
But I mean, we like went backwards like a significant ways because we were up by the hydroponics, and before they turned it off and turned it back on, we backed all the way up almost to the other greenhouse. Like it was weird.
I have
awesome.
Never even heard of that. I didn't even know they could go backwards. That's wild.
I don't know what happened, but it was cool. I loved it. So
it would have been cool to have been evacuated off of that ride.
I know it would have been. That's like your own living or behind the scenes tour without actually taking the tour.
Totally.
Which would have been great.
We got evacuated off of Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the only ride I've been evacuated off of, and that was pretty cool.
I was very hopeful for the turn it off, turn it back on not to work, but it worked.
That's so funny.
So, but yeah, so then we finished in Orlando. I was in Orlando Stayed at a really, really pretty resort there, actually.
I
It was
saw
a
video.
Yeah, it was like a Marriott timeshare vacation club type thing near SeaWorld. So we were right next to SeaWorld Orlando. So if you're ever at SeaWorld, awesome option right there. But it was really pretty. It had a great pool. We went swimming. It had like bocce ball, pickleball. It was a cool little resort. But then
Cute.
I hopped on a plane today. I experienced MCO for the first time in my life. Took a video of the infamous carpet
That was your first
and
trip out of MCO.
yeah, because we have Tampa. Why would I ever go out of
Oh,
MCO? Yeah.
I don't know. I just assumed.
I I
Wow.
have I have my thoughts. I am still so spoiled by my airport.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm spoiled,
Well, well, down
but
here,
I did it.
was it like so hot? Because you now are in the Midwest, so you got to escape the heat in Florida. Down here,
Oh
it's been
god, Florida
insane.
is freaking brutal right now.
Yeah.
Some of our agents are at Disney, and they were messaging me to come over and hang with them. They're like, "Yeah, I just our kids are so tired because 'cause it's been so hot." I mean, we're talking my
Yeah.
car, no joke, my car thermometer thing, which is always a
Yeah.
little bit hotter, said 111 degrees the other day.
Girl.
I've owned that car for a decade, and I've never seen 111.
It's gonna be a hot summer. Here in Houston, the
Mhm.
heat index here today was 114. And yeah, yeah. So I'm excited, I'm going to Michigan pretty soon and I need that reprieve. I
Well,
need that reprieve.
I am in Minneapolis right now, and I mean, it's like 62 outside at
Yeah,
night, like, it's nighttime, obviously, but even when we got here during the day, I think it was like 70, 72, 73. It's quite delightful.
I know.
No
I'm
humidity.
really excited for that. I'm a little nervous too because this Saturday, Mr. Sparky and I are going to the World Cup and we are supposed they're
That's
already saying
right!
yeah,
Jelly.
I'm so super stoked. But they're saying that our like the heat index on Saturday is supposed to be worse than what it was today. So I can't even fathom how I'm going to survive. I have my, like little mini portable fan that will be
Yeah.
coming with me, but girl, it's going to be crazy.
Is your stadiums they did the World Cup in Tampa, I don't know, 8 years ago, something like that. It was a playoff game, it wasn't the actual World Cup, and Raymond James Stadium is a lot like that, where it's just brutal, you just sit and roast and bake in the sun.
Well,
I don't
so
know if your stadium's that bad.
no, our stadium is indoor. The whole
Oh,
thing is
you
covered. We got
lucky
a roof, we
duck.
got air conditioning. So that'll be good. That's going to be good. But the parking and walking to and from
Yeah,
is going to be disgusting.
it's gonna be
But
nasty.
it'll be
But
worth it. It's going to be fun.
you're going to the World Cup,
I
and
know. How cool is that?
I've heard snack prices at the World Cup are very reasonable.
Well, if you're ready to talk about food,
I'm always ready to talk about food.
then we should talk about some food. We are
Let's talk
back.
about some food.
We're back, baby. We're back with our Disney dining series. And today we're chatting about quick service dining at Walt Disney World. Now, listen, table service and character dining might get all of the attention, but some of the best meals and the best hidden gems on Disney property can be found at quick service locations. So whether you are looking to save a few bucks on dining or to maximize your park time, or you're just simply trying to find the best, quickest spots to grab a delicious meal, there is a quick service spot for every type of traveler, nearly every type of cuisine, and with over 130 quick service options to choose from, we've got a lot of ground to cover. And let me just point out that is 130 quick service options. That doesn't even count all of the little kiosks that are all over the place
Oh,
and all
wow.
of the little snack carts. That is
Wow.
just like actual meals that you can go grab, not even just
I
snacks. Like
I thought for sure you were adding in kiosks. Wow, that's a lot.
that's a lot. It's so much. So, Liz, let's get started by giving our listeners just a little overview of quick service dining. How does it compare to table service in terms of pricing, quality of the food, and convenience?
Sure. So, quick service dining, when you think of it in real world terms, that's the fast food of the theme park. So, it's exactly what it sounds like. It is service you get very quickly. So, we're talking you can get from ordering to food 10, 15 minutes tops, and you're sitting at your table eating your food. With that, you're going to find a lot fewer options when you look at each restaurant individually, not as a whole. Obviously, we just said there's 130, but each restaurant individually is going to have a smaller select menu to choose from with some entrees, some kids meals, a few side dishes, and beverages. And there's not a whole lot of wiggle room in there. So when you think table service, you think some of the buffets we've talked about, things like that. You have a lot of options,
Mm,
choosing side dishes, choosing different entrees, choosing appetizers, things like this. When you're at a table service, you're not going to have as many options at each one, but they're going to be very reasonably priced when it comes to the overall cost. So
right.
I want to say the most expensive quick service meal I've seen is like 19.99. I don't know that I've seen one above $20. I'm
No,
trying to
I don't
think.
think so. I can't think of one.
I can't think of, I can think of one that's I know is 18.99, and I feel like that's the most expensive one I can think of.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
talking $20 or less for an adult entree, and the portions are very large.
Yes.
I struggle to finish a adult size quick service meal for myself quite
Yeah.
frequently.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the well-known Disney hacks is if you are not my husband, you can order a kids meal and it's going to fill you up plenty because
Totally.
even those portions are very big. But I think even with the cheaper prices and the quick the quick service of your meal, the food quality at a lot of these is still very, very good. You have you have some that have fresh vegetables that you can get. You have some that have hand smoked meats that they're cooking over the barbecue smoker and they're cooking them all day. You have these different these different cuisines and these different ethnicity type foods that you can get at these quick service meals, and there are very few quick service meals I've had where I'm just like, this was not
Yeah.
very tasty. They're
Yeah.
all very tasty, very high quality, very well thought out menus. And again, it gives you the option to just grab and go. You're not sitting and waiting where you're committing to an hour meal, taking this time out of your day. It's just grab and go. And on top of that, a lot of these quick service ones give you the ability to mobile order from your phone as well. So
Yes.
you save even more time because you can be walking off a ride and order your meal. And all you do when you mobile order, you just, as you are ready, you just click, I'm here, prepare my order. And then boom, they send you a notification. Your order's ready, go get it. So you don't
Yeah.
have to wait in a line. You don't have to figure out exactly what you want. You just boop, 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 click it on the app and boom, it's ready. So they're a really great option when you are trying to maximize attractions and
Yeah.
parades and characters and things like that within the parks or at your resort, because they don't eat up a ton of your time unless you really want them to, and they can. And
Yeah.
you can sit inside and enjoy. But for the most part, if you want to just grab a hot dog from Casey's Corner, bam, you grab it and you can walk down Main Street eating your hot dog and your chili fries.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I just want to mention too, like we've said about all of our dining, Disney is phenomenal with dietary restrictions and allergies as well. So
Yeah.
even at all of these quick service where if you kind of peek back in the kitchen, you can see it's very mass produced food. They have these allergy and dietary restriction menus that you can order off of. They have like a gluten-free option where there is no cross contamination and they prepare it all fresh for you. So
Right.
even in that situation, they are still very, very good at accommodating their guests, which you think McDonald's, fast food, things like that, you're not always getting that. Even if they say it's gluten free, it was still sitting next to all the burgers with the buns and things like that.
Right.
So
Right.
I think that's a very cool thing that Disney does across the board with all of their restaurants. but just to see that there's on the app, you can see an allergy friendly menu right there at the quick service restaurant. You don't have to sit and go, what can I order? You can look right on the app, or they have the menus behind the counters too, and you can figure it out. So
Yeah.
we love a good quick service, honestly.
We
So,
do love a good quick service.
well, let's get into them. So we said there's 130 quick service,
Yes.
and we would lose every listener we've ever had if we went through and talked about every one of these quick service options. So we are not going to
No.
talk about all 130 quick service options in Walt Disney World, because that would be a 3-day
Take
podcast.
days. Yeah.
So why don't I think the best route, let's just break this down a little bit by park, and we
Okay.
can just talk about some of the really great options in the park. So we got to start with the big bad favorite of everybody, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Ash, tell me about Magic Kingdom quick service.
So yes, this is definitely the best way to break this down, because like you said, there's just too many options. Now, Magic Kingdom, I'm pretty sure actually has the fewest quick service options of all of the parks, but there are some good ones. And I'm just going to start with a pretty popular one, which is Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe in Tomorrowland. This is a unique one, and it's a great one for families with kids who need a little bit of entertainment while they are dining, because there is actually a little show at this location. There is an animatronic alien named Sunny Eclipse who sings little jazz tunes while you are eating. And this dude is like a Disney legend in his own right. Okay. You will see people walking around with his face on a t-shirt. And he's why the spot is so popular. Now, to be perfectly honest, the food at Cosmic Rays is not my favorite. It's mostly, just like your standard burgers, chicken strips, all that stuff. It's not bad. I just think that there are better spots with yummier food. But I do think that Sunny Eclipse alone is worth the visit, especially if you have kids with you. And another great thing about Cosmic Rays is that there's just plenty of indoor seating. So if you need to take a break from the Florida heat or rainy weather, this is a really, really great spot. Now, while we are in Tomorrowland, we can pop over to visit the lunching pad. And this is located right underneath Astro Orbiter. This is truly, truly, truly a quick service location. It's not really a restaurant. It's just like a snack location, basically. You're just literally grabbing something and walking away. There are a few little tables and chairs scattered around here, but no indoor seating. You can get hot dogs here. But honestly, the only reason I go here is for the cream cheese pretzel.
I knew it.
Have you had this?
I love it so much.
Have mercy. It is so good. And girl, I am lactose intolerant. Okay. But I will chance it for this cream cheese pretzel. Okay. They are my favorite pretzels on property. They are so good. But I digress. So, okay, let's hop over to Fantasyland and visit Pinocchio Village House. House. I don't know. I don't speak German. House
is the house.
The house. So this is, of course, get to the chopper. This is, of course, based on the story of Pinocchio. It's very fairy tale-esque. I love the vibes here. There are little Pinocchio murals on the walls, and the building itself, it has this like really darling Bavarian, like Italian Alps, just charm to it. Very in keeping with the aesthetic of Fantasyland and the Pinocchio story. This is super cute. And you're going to find like flatbreads, chicken strips, salads. There's tons of indoor and outdoor seating here, but I need to point out there are two superior locations to sit here. One, when you walk in all the way to the left-hand side of the restaurant, you are going to find a small handful of tables against these floor-to-ceiling windows that overlook the loading area to the ride It's a Small World, which is right next door. And it's just a fun place to sit and eat and wave at all of the people floating by on the ride. I love it so much. Now, the other spot, this is my favorite physical location to eat at in Magic Kingdom. Now, Pinocchio Village House is not my favorite restaurant, but eating at this specific location is the cat's pajamas because of the view. There are very few number of tables located upstairs in Pinocchio Village House. But if you go upstairs, there is a teeny tiny balcony with like 6 teeny tiny tables that overlook Fantasyland and the carousel and the back of the castle. It is the best dining view in Magic Kingdom. I will hear no opinions to the contrary. Especially on a nice day when it's cooler. I freaking love it. It's so cute. And Liz, let us not forget, also in Fantasyland is the Friar's Nook, which is inspired by Robin Hood. This is as close as we're going to get to our Robin Hood character dining experience.
And I eat at it almost every time.
Now, this is another one that's just it's a grab and go. There's like not tables or chairs there. You're literally just like grab it, keep it moving. You can get hot dogs here. They do these fancy like tater tot bowls here. So that is the Friar's Nook. And then if you pop over to Liberty Square, here is what I think is one of the more underrated quick service spots, Columbia Harbor House. Have you eaten here?
I love Columbia Harbor House. One of my favorites.
Yeah. So this spot, I feel like people just overlook it all the time because it's kind of tucked back in. People just don't see it, or they're like, because it doesn't look like much from the outside, you know. But it's located.
It looks, when you walk past it too, it almost looks like it's just part of the Peter Pan ride. It doesn't.
Yes.
Because it just kind of carries on. You don't realize that there's an entrance right there and that you can go in and eat. Like, I didn't know it was there for the longest time, just because it looks like the facade of a ride or something like that.
It's just kind of tucked in there. But it's right across from Haunted Mansion, and it's nothing special to look at. The ambiance is, of course, because it's there in Liberty Square, so it's, you know, colonial New England. But again, there's air conditioning inside, which is great.
Oh yeah.
But the food here is really phenomenal. And what I love about it is they offer some, you know, like a little bit healthier options and more substantial options than just your run-of-the-mill theme park quick service food. I mean, they've got a great lobster roll here. They do like a beer battered fish and chip situation, shrimp skewers. They have a salmon, clam chowder. They do a nice chicken platter, if that's up your alley. And oh my gosh, they do the truffle parm fries are so wonderful.
Those are so good.
Yeah. So I really love this spot for food. The food here it definitely feels more elevated from most of your quick service spots. And then just around the corner from your fish and chips and everything in Liberty Square is a little spot called Sleepy Hollow. This is a great spot for breakfast or a sweet treat. There are just a few little tables outside here, but you do have a nice shaded view of like the castle. It's very chill over here. Now this, my friends, Sleepy Hollow, this is where you go for your waffles and your funnel cakes. And holy smokes. This is where you're like, vacation calories do not count. Hit me with some more powdered sugar. You know what I mean? This is that spot. And if you're on socials and you see somebody like holding up a waffle or a funnel cake in front of the castle that's just like smothered in berries and whipped cream and powdered sugar, this is where it came from Sleepy Hollow. Now over in Frontierland, I'm compelled to mention this, despite the fact that I hate it. Pecos Bills is over in Frontierland. I am personally not a fan, and I know a lot of people who love this place. It's like this Old West style saloon, has kind of like Southwest Mexican hacienda vibes inside. Again, air conditioning is great. And like I said, admittedly, not my favorite location. But, you know, they've got some Mexican-inspired food, some burgers in there. And there's a few other quick service spots in Magic Kingdom that we just don't have time to cover. I do want to end with my personal favorite at Magic Kingdom, which is Casey's Corner. And I love and I'll tell you why. So Casey's Corner is right at the end of Main Street. Great views of the castle, of the hub grass, all that jazz. I come to Casey's Corner and I don't know why, I don't know what it is. The mini corn dogs at Casey's Corner have such a hold on me. It is magical. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about them, but I'm obsessed with them. And it's a cute spot. I mean, it's like turn of the century baseball inspired, very quaint, very Main Street USA. It's super adorable. And I love sitting outside here because the views are great. And I like to kind of time it when there's going to be a piano player out there playing some of that ragtime music. But that's my favorite. So, Liz, what about you? I need to hear your thoughts on Pecos Bills. And what is your favorite quick service spot in Magic Kingdom?
So it used to be Pecos Bill. I used to love Pecos Bill because if you recall, pre-COVID,
Yep.
they had the absolute greatest salad bar because you could get, I love Mexican food. I love Tex-Mex style food. And you used to be able to get like fajitas or tacos or whatever, and they would just give you the tortilla shell with your meat on it. And then they had this toppings bar that had cheese and
Yeah.
peppers and lettuce and salsa and queso. It was queso. It was a vat of queso.
It's a
And
swimming
it
pool
was
of queso.
Yes. And even before they turned it into Tex-Mex, when it was burgers and things like that, that vat of queso was there. It was why I
Yeah.
went to Pecos Bill, was for the literal vat with a ladle of queso. And then COVID happened and we had to shut down salad bars. That was just COVID
Yeah.
knocked salad bars out of the equation for a very
Yep.
long time. And Pecos Bill said, you know what? We don't have to leave this salad bar out. We can just give you tiny little portions of your toppings and charge you for queso. So it went from being one of my favorites because I love build your own Mexican food, probably more than any food on the earth, to like, hey, here's a taco shell full of carnitas. You have to pay extra if you want toppings for it. Like I was
Yeah.
so disappointed with that change and I kept hoping they'd bring it back and they just never did. So it went from probably my top 2 to dead last. We
Yeah.
only go there when Q wants beans and rice because you can get beans and rice for like $5. But nope, it nope, moved all the way down
So
the list.
what took its place? What's number one now?
I love Columbia Harbor House. Love
Yeah.
it. I like the ambiance of it isn't, it's like you said, it's just kind of, it is whatever.
Meh.
The upstairs is really cool. It's got a lot of nautical stuff up there and it's
Yeah.
supposed to look like the Boston Harbor. And so it's got all this nautical inspired things. It's got a big ship wheel and
Yeah.
there's a lot of like little corners with like picnic tables and stuff that you can kind of corral your kids and chill them out, which is really nice too. But I think it's just what you said. You get real sustenance there. And to me,
Yes.
that is the marking of a great quick service restaurant is, can I find something that a picky kid would eat? Like, do they have the chicken tenders and fries that they'll eat? But is there something me as a parent would prefer, like the
Right.
salmon with the green beans and you get rice? You don't have to get French fries. They have delicious, jasmine rice there or something. So that one just for the quality of the food has really kind of been one of my go-tos almost every time at Magic now.
And I will say too that like my barometer for food at Disney, I always ask myself, is this legitimately real world good or is this
Mhm.
just theme park good? Because there is a
Right.
difference. Would I eat at this restaurant if I was not in a theme park? Like would I go
Right.
there in my own hometown? And Columbia Harbor is one of those that I would go eat
Mhm.
there in if it was
Same.
just a restaurant in my hometown.
Pecos
Totally.
Bill, I ain't doing it. Mm-mm.
Never.
You ruined
Not
it for
happening.
me. Give me my queso back, Disney.
Now, we also surveyed our agents, and
Nice.
in no particular order, they do have a top 3 at Magic Kingdom. These are the ones that kept coming back over and over again, and they are Casey's Corner, Columbia House, Harbor, and Cosmic Rays. And
Okay.
those are the ones I would expect. Those are the
Those
ones I
are
would
kind of the
expect.
those are kind of the 3 most popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with you. We agree on something. All right, agency. Yes.
Woo! Okay, so now Liz, let's head over to Epcot. Let's talk about their quick service options. And I think arguably Epcot might have the best quick service spots. So lay it on us.
They have a few. So we're not even
Yeah.
talking kiosks because all the countries, especially during the festivals. They're going to have all those little booths and everything. And that's another
Right.
place to grab a quick bite. So we're going to focus specifically on Epcot quick service restaurants that are there during diet Epcot time or regular festival time. So the diet, diet Epcot. So one of the largest ones that you will see at Epcot is the Connections Cafe.
Yeah.
Connections Cafe. I'm not
Connections.
crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, that's Starbucks, but that's
No,
also part of
you're
Connections. So it's one giant building. On one half, you have the larger than life Starbucks. On the other half, you have the Connections Cafe. They have some really great options in here for food. First of all, they have some of the largest portion kids meals I have seen anywhere on property. We're talking like a New York sized slice of pizza with 2 side dishes and a drink for $7 or something
yeah.
crazy like that. And they also have one of my favorite meals at Epcot, quick service meals. If you've ever had it, they have this like it's like a or not a teriyaki. It's like an orange chicken salad. It's like
Yeah.
An Asian style salad. Really tasty. They've got burgers, pizza, things like that. But one of the things that makes this quick service to me very, very unique is it's got a lot of really great seating options in the quick service area. So you have your standard tables and things like that. But what it also has is it has these bar seating areas that are these high top bars where you will see actually a lot of people sit with their laptops and get work done because they also have charging stations built into them. Um, they have this strip right at the top that has a mag charging thing for your phone, or you can just set your phone down, it'll charge. And to me, some of the coldest air conditioning in all of Epcot. It is always freezing in there. I absolutely love it. It's the greatest. And it's another one that's very popular because it's just kind of in the smack dab of Epcot, just past Spaceship Earth, but just before you get to the country. So it's a really great place to just kind of settle down and grab some food when you just want to take a break, really. Then if you go over to the Land Pavilion, you will find another quick service in the Land Pavilion downstairs called Sunshine Seasons. This is kind of like cafeteria style dining. You walk in, there are 4 or 5 different styles of food. They have Asian food, they have your standard burgers and fries type food, they have a fish station, they have Asian ramen, things like that. And you kind of go in, you get your food and then your drinks and salads or whatever you want out of the cold case, and then you pay and sit down in literally what looks like a school cafeteria. There's just, you take your tray, you sit down, you eat. This is another really great place to get out of the heat and kind of relax. I will admit, I have been a sleeper of Epcot in this pavilion before while waiting for my husband to get off Soarin'. When I was pregnant, I passed out there waiting for him to get off Soarin'. And it's a really good spot too, because you've got Living with the Land right there. You've got Soarin' right there. So you can knock out a ride, eat some food. You can mobile order there. It's just a good place to kind of take a break from the heat, take a break from a little bit of the crowds. And there's a lot of variety there. So if you have a big family or really picky kids, there's just a ton of options to choose from in
Mhm.
there. So there really is something for everybody. And because it's such the seating area is so large and so massive, you don't ever feel guilty for sitting there and just relaxing for an hour
Yeah.
if you need to, because it is a really, really big seating area.
Yeah. I was
So
going to
those are
say
kind of
I've seen
oh yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I've seen a lot of people like have their kids curl up on those booths in there and take a nap. Like, and it's
I
fine,
think I
totally
have a
fine.
picture. I think I have a picture of Q sleeping there too. I
Yeah.
slept there. She slept there. It's just in the family. So yeah, so that's a very popular spot as well. And those two again are going to be in the main area of the park, not back in the countries. So then
Yeah.
you get back to the countries and
Mhm.
you're going to have different quick service options at every country. Some are very popular, some a lot of people don't even know about. So I'm going to knock out some of the popular ones first because I think they're very well heard of and we don't really need to go into too much detail. So, oh, do I want to go? I'm going right. I'm going right. I'm sorry. I'm going to Canada. So I had to think about it. I'm going to Canada. So Canada, I don't know if it's open yet. Is it open?
The
Have you
poutineery?
is the poutineery open now?
I think it opens was it June 15th or July?
I don't know. It's one of the two.
One of the two.
So
It's either already
it's
open or it will be soon.
And they will, right there, they will serve different types of poutine, which if you've never had poutine, it's delicious. It's French fries with stuff on it. We'll just go from there. Usually one of those stuffs is gravy, and that is my favorite one. So that's
Yeah.
traditional poutine, but it's going to be different styles of poutine because that is a dish known in Canada. Really quick grab, super easy to eat and go. It's not going to have any seating, just maybe some tables that you can stand and eat, but you won't have any sit down or anything like that. So then as you continue, we're going to keep going around the World Showcase, and we're going to hit up the fish and chips stand, the Yorkshire County Fish Shop in
Yes.
the UK. This one, you guessed it, sells fish and chips, and they're very good, very large portions. And this will have some very cool seating. So behind the fish shop, when you get your food, they have seating that's right there on the water, so you can sit, look over that lake in the middle, and see all the countries. It's a really, really pretty place to kind of take a load off and relax. It is outdoors. It's very shaded, but it's outdoors, so it's not going to be quite as cool as some of these indoor places, but it is very nice. So, and if you have the dining plan, really great place to use a kids credit because they do not serve kids meals, but you can get a fish and chips with a drink for a kids credit. So that is a really, really creative way to use your kids credit there.
Yeah.
So now let's head into France, which has we'll get to our favorite. But if you go back by the Ratatouille ride, they do have a window that sells crepes. So they have a sit down crepe restaurant, but then they do have a window where you can get some sweet and savory crepes, similar to what they would sell in the sit down restaurant. But this is just you go up to the window, get your crepe, and go. Again, no seating. They have little seats throughout the France Pavilion, but not a designated seating area for this. Then you go to the cat's pajamas of all quick service in Epcot. I'm going to use Ashlyn's phrase. I will not hear any argument to the contrary.
Yes.
Okay, my French speaker, I'm going to say this wrong, I know. Le Hage Boulangerie Patisserie.
That was so good.
It was so bad, wasn't it?
Lial
Boulangerie
Boulangerie et Patisserie.
A patisserie. This is where you will find God's gift to earth, the French baguette of Epcot.
Yes.
It is delicious. It
Amen.
is nutritious. We bring them home with us from our trips. They're that good. But it also has sandwiches. It's got quiche. It's got little snacky desserts and things like that too. And this is again a style you go in, you see them all in the case, you order what you would like. They'll cook it behind the counter if you need it, and then you pay. There is some seating in there, but you got to be quick to grab it. And there's maybe 6 tables back there. So for us, it's grab our food, get the crap out of there because it's crazy back there because it's that good. The line is consistently out the door. That is how good that food is. But it moves very, very quickly. So don't be discouraged if you see a long line for it. It will move very fast. And I promise you it's worth the wait.
Yes.
I won't hear any other arguments. It's the best one.
Yeah.
So Morocco, I don't think that one's a quick service anymore, is it?
The Tangerine Cafe there.
Is it? I know it was for a while, but then it kind of got used for festivals. And the last time I was there, it was just a festival booth and nothing else.
Morocco is one of those places. So the Moroccan government used to be in charge of that pavilion, and they no longer are, which is why Restaurant Marrakesh shut down. And because of that, there's been a lot of changes going on with the Morocco pavilion. So I have no idea. It's literally every time I visit Epcot,
it's different.
It's different. Like something different's happening. So I don't think it's going to change day from day to day. I have no idea.
If you're hoping for Moroccan cuisine,
good luck.
Keep open. Go to the sit down table service. The Spice Road table is delicious.
They do have, I think it's called the Oasis, which is always open right at the front there where you can get baklava. Yeah. But that's not really quick service. That's like a little.
That's just a quick snack.
Snacky kiosk. Yeah.
So, but then we hit Japan. Japan has another one that I would probably put in my top 5 of Epcot. because they have a little sushi stand where you can get sushi, you can get ramen, you can get udon. And it's one of those that this is one of, I think, a hidden gem that has
Totally.
become less hidden over the years, but still a very hidden gem of Epcot because you have to kind of climb the winding path to the top part of the Japan Pavilion to even find this restaurant.
Yeah.
If you're walking past Japan, past the stores and everything like that, it almost looks like it's just decoration up there unless
Yeah.
you really go explore and see. But they have sushi in there, they have really good ramen bowls, they have udon noodles, and it's again all quick service. You grab it, you sit down. They have tables in there, and they have a couple big long tables in the middle and then some small seating, and they have really beautiful outdoor seating as well in this kind of serene, tranquil garden where the Zen garden where you have the waterfall, and it's a very beautiful setting if it's not too hot. It's a
Yeah.
really relaxing, quiet, no, I'm telling you, no crowds ever in that waterfall seating area. It's like people just don't even know it's there. But
Yeah.
the food is very good. And I think that's one of the better value. And the sushi box, which I forget exactly how much it costs, but it's like $15 snack credit.
And one of the best bang for your bucks in Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Like
It's a
legit.
lot. It's
It's
a
a lot.
big serving. So
And
that's
it is fresh.
mhm. It is very that is a best kept secret that if you've never been there, next time you're in the Japan Pavilion,
Go.
wander up that little path and check it out. It's definitely worth a stop if you've never had it. So now we've passed, we're halfway through and we are at the Regal Eagle Smokehouse at the American Pavilion. This is a newer restaurant quick service restaurant that opened I think 6 years ago, like right after COVID, it opened up and it was, no, before. It was right before
Right before
2019.
COVID, I think. Yeah.
2019. Yeah, it was 2019. And this is a barbecue place where they smoke the barbecue right outside. You can smell it. It's got brisket, pulled pork, chicken, all of that classic American barbecue style food. You have watermelon slices there, which are just they come in clutch on those hot Disney days when your
Yeah.
kid's complaining. Your child won't drink water because they claim they're not thirsty. You can go get a couple orders of their watermelon slices and everyone gets nice and hydrated. They have one of the more expensive quick service meals as well. So it's
Yeah.
it's a great bang for your buck if you're going to use one of your dining plan credits there because their meat platter, which gets you brisket, pork, and ribs. No, it might
Yeah.
be chicken now. I don't know. That's one that changes too. It was ribs, then it was chicken, but you get all of that plus side dishes and a drink, and that all counts for a dining quick service credit, which is really a really good use of your money. They have delicious mac and cheese that I just love. I can eat it over and over. They have some good desserts. That's just a good place to kind of sit and relax and eat. They have indoor seating, which they have ample indoor seating. They have lots and lots of indoor seating in there. And then they also have picnic tables right outside on the pavilion, which are wonderful during concert series in Epcot,
Yeah.
different concerts. You can sit there, eat your food, and you have a perfect view and listen of the concert going on without having
Yeah.
to meander through the crowd to find a seat, which is it's a very good option for some of those. We're not talking Beach Boys. If you're there for Beach Boys, you're not finding a place to sit. But
Right.
if you're there for a lesser known band, it's a really good option to just kind of take a lot off. And it's that halfway point of your journey through the country. So it just kind of
Yeah.
it almost just works timing wise to stop, grab your food, keep going. So
Yeah.
all right. So let's keep traveling. Let's keep traveling. Now Italy, that is another one that's like it depends if you can get a quick service meal in Italy because they have the pizza window, which
Mhm.
sometimes I swear, sometimes I'm there, it's open, and sometimes it's not. And I don't think there's ever a rhyme or reason as to why it's open
I
or why
agree.
it's closed.
Yeah.
You're like, nope, never. Oh, okay, not today. It's like every time I'm like, ooh, pizza sounds good. Just kidding.
Not
But yeah,
happening.
it is. whatever. We've just moved on. Italy's one of those pavilions that I love Italy, and the Italy pavilion, I'm always just like, like
I know.
I want to love it so much more, and I just can't. And it's
I know.
Italy. Come on, do a little better,
Do
please.
more.
Just for us.
Do more.
So, and then you're going to hit in Germany. Germany has Summerfest, which this is your typical German bratwurst, pretzels, sausage, just very typical German food.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not a lot of seating for that, so don't go in expecting to find a seat, just kind of scattered throughout the Germany pavilion. And this is another one that I think the food is really good, but you have to really like a specific type of food.
Yeah.
You've got to be a big, like, meaty, like fatty meat type eater to really want to eat there. But it is one that you might not even realize is back there because it's very tucked back in
Very.
the Germany pavilion.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought it was part of the German restaurant, like the table service. I didn't
the beer garden.
the
Yeah.
beer. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was a different. I thought it was part of that. I didn't realize like it's its own restaurant.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know it was there until I ate at the beer garden. That's how I figured out it was there. So
Yeah.
Germany, not a huge fan of that one myself. I like the pretzel. Sometimes I go get the beer they have there, but to me, that's just one you have to really like bratwurst and sausage and things like that
Right.
to
Sauerkraut.
really,
Yeah.
right, to like make that a stop for you.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna travel into China now, which here's my other best kept secret of quick service restaurants. The China Pavilion, where it has the Nine Dragons, which I think is one of the most underrated table service in all of Epcot. It also has right next door to it, it has a quick service restaurant, and that's literally connected to Nine Dragons that serves that. When you think of takeout Chinese food, this is what
Mm-hmm.
you find there. You
Yeah.
find orange chicken, you find egg rolls, you find dumpling or pot stickers, whatever they call them. All of those things at the China Pavilion, and it's really fresh, tasty Chinese food. So it's not the greasy strip mall Chinese food that
Yeah.
we love, but it's the same food, just not as greasy, a lot fresher, very vibrant, and it's really, really good price point because you get a ton of food in those
It is
meals.
so much food.
I think we stop there almost every trip. The China restaurant ends up being at least one of our stops because it's just a ton of food.
Yeah.
However, here is the downside to China. The
Uh-oh.
seating in China, you will roast. It
Yeah.
is hot. It's outdoor I don't even know how to describe it. It's covered seating. We'll just call it covered seating, but it's like kind of enclosed. So it's just hot and stuffy, but it's not completely covered either. So if it rains and you happen to be on an end table, you're getting soaked. I feel like they could do a little bit better with the seating here. And it would be one of probably in my top two if it had better
Yeah.
seating options.
Just
Personally.
fans. Give us some fans.
Or
Give us
fan.
something.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I know.
Give us a fan.
Even just give me a fan. You know what? You're right. Give me a fan. You're right. That's all I need from the Lotus Blossom.
It would do wonders.
Yes, that would actually do anything. Just one big fan, cool it off in there because their food is so good and
Mhm.
it's lost on how hot it is. So, but if you like Chinese food, if you like rice and things like that, you have check it out. Great food, great price
Totally.
for sure. In Norway, you're going to find another one of those like snacky ones. So
Mhm.
it's not even really a quick service. It's snacks, coffee, done, but not really any sit down or any like sustenance in Norway. It's just snacky.
Yeah.
But then we're going to finish our lap in Mexico. Mexico has probably, I would say, one of the top 3 most popular quick service restaurants. So they have the La Cantina de San Angel
Mhm.
in
Okay.
Mexico. This is right across from the pyramid. It is right on the water. They have tacos, quesadillas, margaritas, all that just very standard, typical Mexican food. But what makes it so popular, not just the food, which is great, the margaritas, which are great, but they also have really great seating options with a view. So we talked about in the UK how you can sit right there on the water. La Cantina has the same thing where you can sit on the water outside. It's really breezy, it's very comfortable, but then they also have this really pretty indoor seating, which is again one of those kind of secrets that you don't even realize is there unless you
Yeah.
just happen to go check it out, because it doesn't, for some reason, that door doesn't look like it opens. It doesn't look like you can
No,
go in there,
it does
but
it
it's
look
full seating
yeah.
inside. It looks like you're supposed to sit on the outdoor, but there's a full seating area inside. Great place to grab some food, get out of the heat. If you can time it just right, you can watch the nighttime show from in there.
Yes.
But the Mexico Pavilion itself is just so popular for the drinks and the food that this one naturally is very popular. So
Yeah.
I would say I'm going to put that in my top three. I'm going to give myself four. I need four.
What are your top 4?
I need four. Well, France, number one.
France.
Liol. Say it
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Lial. I'm gonna tie up Japan and China because they both. I'm tying them. I can't pick which one's better. And then I like La Cantina because I love Mexican food, so I got to put that one in
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah. Those are good. Those are good picks. I mean, Leal is my absolute favorite. If you've been a
Yeah.
listener to this podcast for more than 5 minutes, you know we love our baguette there. We're obsessed with it. But like Liz said, there are so many other delicious things there, like the sandwiches and the assortment of desserts are just ridiculous. So that's a really
Yes.
good one too. But of course, we had to ask our fellow agents. And this was honestly kind of shocking to me, actually. The winner by a wide margin, like it was not even close, dude. Not even close, was Connections. I thought for sure it was going to be something in a country pavilion.
Hmm.
But Connections by like the widest margin we've ever had in a survey. Yeah. And
Right.
Regal Eagle was the second choice, but it was like way, 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 way down at the bottom.
I almost wonder too if it's because when people think quick service, Connections it's the one that has the mobile ordering. It's just kind of the one you think
Yeah.
of as quick service. I could see that just being the first one that pops in your head, but kind of surprising though.
Yeah. And
Like
no shade,
such a
like it's good. I
no
like
shade. It's a good
Connections is
restaurant.
great. Yeah.
Hmm.
Connections is great, but it's just I don't know, kind of surprising to me. Anyway.
That's
So, Liz, our plan was to cover all 4 of the parks and resort quick service dining options in Walt Disney World.
we had big dreams this week.
We had big dreams, but we like to talk so much. And like we said at the top of the show, there are 130 quick service options, y'all. That's a lot. So we are going to splice this up into 2 episodes. So this was part 1 of quick service dining in Walt Disney World. And next week, we'll do part 2, where we'll cover Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom and also quick service restaurants at the resorts in Walt Disney World. But that means that we have time for one of our favorite things.
Yay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's time for Magical
Magical mailbag.
Ooh, magical mail. It's time for Magical Mailbag, where we answer the questions you've sent us via Instagram. This is a perfect one for Travel Wiz Liz, who lives in the Sunshine State of Florida. This is from Nicole H. in South Carolina. And she says, I'm looking for a quiet, charming coastal vacation spot in Florida, hoping to find something that isn't too touristy or too crowded. Any suggestions?
Nicole, I love that question. And I have not one, but 2 options for you, depending on your interests.
I want to hear this too. Let's go.
So we are going to start with the East Coast of Florida. So one of my favorite things about living in Florida is you can drive coast to coast in a day. You can watch the sunrise on one side, you can watch the sunset on the other. Just a cool thing that you can do that in one day. So why not give you either coast to choose from? If we're talking west or east coast of Florida, this is the ocean side that backs into the Atlantic. I'm going to have to go with Saint Augustine, Florida.
Oh, I'm so happy you said that.
This is one of the oldest I think it is the oldest settlement in the state of Florida.
I think it's the
I think it's the oldest settlement in the United States, isn't it?
Yeah, because the Spanish were there before the Pilgrims. So yes.
Yeah. So St. Augustine, this is, when we talk about quiet and quaint, it doesn't get much quainter. Is that a word?
Yeah.
I think quainter. Okay.
Quainter.
It doesn't get much quainterer than St. Augustine. It's the oldest city in the United States, and they have kept the historic facade of the town. They have beautiful, beautiful white sand beaches. There are some of the prettiest beaches in all of Florida, but they also just have so much history and culture there. They have all these Spanish monuments and museums and things like that to honor the original establishment the original settlement in the United States. The lighthouse is so beautiful there. The museum, the Maritime Museum, I love boats and planes and things like that. I think that's super beautiful. And then St. Augustine Beach, like I said, stunningly beautiful, beautiful white sand beaches. And then if you want to go on a little more excursion, you can check out the Fountain of Youth, which is there to keep you young and beautiful. But it really is just so, so beautiful. And I love towns where they don't try to change the town, like the thing that makes it so charming. And St. Augustine is just very, very charming. The hotels are charming. The main street is charming. So if you're looking for something that's kind of your cup of tea, St. Augustine, love it, beautiful.
And
now, been there.
I love St. Augustine. It's one of my favorite places in Florida. I will piggyback off of that and say the food there's some phenomenal restaurants there. Great seafood, of course. And the shopping there. If you like shopping, I can't remember what's the name of that road. It's like a cobblestone street with all the little stores on both sides.
Is that St. George? Is that
maybe. It's so
St. George. St. George Street is the one like there's no cars. It's the pedestrian.
Right.
Yeah, that's St. George.
Yeah. That's such a good pick. I endorse that pick so much.
So the other one, we're going Gulf Coast now. This is a growing community that I lived in for almost 10 years. And I stayed there because of how charming and wonderful it is. So this is over on the Gulf Coast, over in Pinellas County, right just west of Tampa, called Dunedin, Florida. So Dunedin, Florida, I lived there for years, is a tiny fishing town just north of Clearwater Beach area. It is a Scottish establishment. So you will go out to eat and randomly the high school bagpipe band will come in and play for you. I'm not kidding. The Dunedin Causeway it's a beach, like a causeway beach where you can drive your car right onto the beach and it's right there on the intercoastal. And then on Honeymoon Island is just a stunningly beautiful state park in Florida. It's protected. There's a coral reef that you can snorkel out there. There's kayaking, there's fishing, there's jet skis, boating, stand-up paddle boarding. There's a little marina where you can rent those dinghy sailboats and sail. It is a beautiful beachy town, but it's got such a rich history to it. And it's constantly growing too, which makes it really cool. They've added a lot of really fantastic restaurants. I think I've eaten at almost every restaurant there now. But it's very good food because we're not talking Applebee's. We're talking a very accomplished chef establishes this tapas style restaurant and all the locals know about it and it's constantly busy. Or another one says, I have this great concept for a martini bar, and they establish that. So it's just a really fun town. They do these huge festivals where they shut down Main Street for Mardi Gras and St. Patty's Day and Pride and all this stuff. And they do these huge street festivals with concerts and food trucks and beer trucks and parties in the street. I mean,
It
there's
sounds
always something to do.
lovely.
That's wonderful. There's a major league, the Toronto Blue Jays have their spring training facility there. So there's baseball there and they have a minor league team there. It's just one of those places that it doesn't matter how old you are, there is something to do. And even though it's growing and it's starting to attract a lot more tourism, it's not one that you've heard of. It's not one that a lot of people go to. So if
This is
you
the first time I'm hearing of it right now.
and it is delightful. Dunedin, Florida. Check it out if you want a great vacation where you are not surrounded by a bunch of tourists, but rather
Oh,
you get to vacation with the locals. It's a really
I love
beautiful place to
that.
go. So St. Augustine, Dunedin, those are my choices. Pick a
I
coast, either coast, or do both.
I have to add Sanibel and Captiva. You know, I was just
Yeah.
there. We go there a lot. It's a family tradition to go down there frequently. And what I love about Sanibel and Captiva, they're right off the coast of Fort Myers, so fairly easy to get to. You have to take the Sanibel Causeway to get out there. And then there's another little bridge that goes from Sanibel out to Captiva. And what's so great about those two little islands is that, number one, there is not a building over 3 stories tall on either island. They will not allow it. Number two, no stoplights anywhere on the island. It is only little stop signs, and they have traffic cops all over the place. So you automatically get that like really, really quaint feeling when you're out there, where you don't, there's not a bunch of sky rises and not a bunch of like, like Panama City, like spring break. There's like none of that going on. So I really, really love it. And there's just a ton of nature stuff to do on both islands because they're both very, very well protected, all of the animals and everything. So it's just, they're both really, really beautiful. I have to add those to the list because they're just so unique and I love it. Especially when you get out to Captiva, it is so tropical out there. You don't even feel like you're in Florida. Like you feel like you're somewhere in the Caribbean. I love it.
Yeah. And those are always fun places too, where you just feel like you've left the United States, but then you're like, no, I'm in Florida. This is cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I've never been to Sanibel or Captiva, so that's on my list now.
My gosh.
You come to Dunedin and I'll go to Sanibel.
We can do just a little Gulf Coast trip where we'll just go hit a bunch of cute places. By the way, do you know, this is weird segue, but I keep hearing about this place and I cannot remember the name of it, in Florida. That is it's a coastal town. I think it's a fishing village of some kind. And it's supposed to be like very Greek.
Oh, Tarpon Springs.
Yes,
I lived there.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah, my sister went to high school in Tarpon Springs. Oh, it's very Greek.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I saw some pictures. It looks really cute.
Great. Oh, it's cute.
Okay. Well, we got to add Tarpon Springs to our list too. I got to go there.
Here's the fun part. You can take a trolley car from Tarpon Springs all the way down through Dunedin to Clearwater Beach, all the way down to Sand Key Beach, and then all the way back. It's $5.
Are you serious?
It's probably more than $5 now, but it used to be $5. It's called the Jolly Trolley. We'll do it.
That sounds fantastic. Sign me up immediately. I love that. Okay. Well, there's Florida in a nutshell. And that is all the time we have for Magical Mailbag. Magical Mailbag.
Magical Mailbag. We're so far over on time.
All right. Remember, if you have any questions or any topics you would like us to cover on the show, please DM them to us on Instagram for a chance to have them featured on future episodes. That's all the time we have for today. Be sure to follow and subscribe to Dreams and Destinations on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. Remember, new episodes drop every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so come back and see us next week for more.
And if you don't already, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Dreams and Destinations Podcast. And don't forget to follow A Dream and a Wish Travel Co. on social media, including our brand new Facebook page. You can visit our agency website or any of our Instagrams to request a vacation quote, and the links, as always, are in the show notes. So thank you for listening, and remember to tune in next week as we hit part 2 of our quick service dining episode. See you next week.
Adios.
Dancing through airports, the journey goes on. Travel tips whispered